Okay, market just closed. I'm super excited, so I'm doing a video straight away. DXY, not too relevant, hasn't really been correlated to gold. It's interesting to see it come down though. But it's gone up. Gold's been going up with it. It comes down. Gold's just been holding, so not really relevant. But 103.5 is obviously confirming itself as support. It's come down way more than I thought. Yields, to be honest, not really correlated to DXY or even gold. Yields bounce, they're stronger than the DXY, of course. So, I mean, there was a bit of a, sell off with the market, people jumping into bonds, but I think it's more interesting to look at the market. Market has come all the way down. Now we've got this 3 day, and I do like the 3 day rule where when something is sort of stabilized for 3 days, you can expect it to go up. So maybe the market will bounce now. I mean, honestly, I'm gonna go to gold now, but we don't care too much. When the market sells off, the miners go down. But we've outperformed so much on the way down, on the way up. I mean, I've seen, gold come down when the markets go up, but what do the GDX and the miners do? They go up with the market. So we kind of win no matter what. If there's a bounce, miners will go up. If there's a drop, depends how chaotic the drop is. If it's a sort of orderly drop, miners can sort of go sideways, metals go up. So we go sideways. So I don't want to say we're invincible, but at the moment we've done very, very well. But S&P is there, but look, Dow Jones made a new low, so you got to look at the other ones also. Still, not too relevant, and that's an amazing thing. Let's go to gold and silver. Gold looks so good. I mean, it's hardly come down. Bit of panic, amazing bounce, and I did think we'd go back to 2,900, maybe 2,920, but you could see how 2,920 was a bit of a close resistance. So we popped our head above, but where did we close? Just under 2,920. But what happened today? We closed all the way up here. This is the top of the wicks. And we poked our head above. This is relevant. I think tomorrow, unless there's some crazy event, I think we're sort of destined for all-time highs. 2,960. Do we get there? We probably test there. Do we close there? I don't know. But this looks so good. So good. I mean, just new highs. 3,000 is incoming. That is really what it looks like. Now for the cherry on top, silver. Silver, this motherly candle here, this bullish engulfing, that just took out you can see how they're descending, we touch, obviously it starts there, we touch there, and here, one, two, three, and then this candle just says, get the absolute hell out of my way. I have plans, so that's gone. My next one was here, irrelevant, which is good. I'm happy to hear that. That's gone. I would have put a little one here. Good thing I didn't, because that would have been a waste of 20 seconds, because that's gone. We closed there. And I think the fact that we popped our head above, the only thing that really matters is 33 point, whatever this is, 4. And, with gold going up tomorrow, to test the old highs, well, that will probably have silver outperform. So I reckon we close above this high, somewhere here in the vacuum. Beautiful, because then next, oh man, I'm so looking forward to this. Next stop is 35 little bucks, maybe 34.5, but we go there to go there. So this would be marvelous stuff. And what do the miners say? Why do I always start with that? Let's do the seniors. GDX. GDX is kind of in line. So if we test, this is really good. I mean, remember where the S&P was all the way down, 3 day rule. Maybe we're going to bounce. Imagine we have a bounce on the S&P, but we go up. Imagine the metals go up because the S&P is down. Well, we'll probably go up in the miners too at this rate because of all these beautiful candles like new high closes and everything. Unless there's an absolute drop in the markets, we should test 42.50. I'd love a close above 42.50. I don't think that's too much to ask on GDX. Next stop up here with silver testing 35, we will be above 44 on GDX. So, I'm looking for gold testing 3,000, silver testing 35, the old highs basically, GDX testing 44. Everything is coming together. It's like the stars are aligning. Oh my God, it's so good. SIL, I would have thought this is resistance because that's a big move. And obviously, look at this close yesterday. I didn't get to do a video yesterday, but I was staring at the market all day. Look at this open there, absolute. And there's no reverse gap fill and all this, just up we go. I don't think we'll fill this gap unless there's a market drop, a real big one. This might just be, the gap that never fills. Up we go, next stop, and this is definitely doable if gold and silver even make moderate moves tomorrow. 40 bucks, nice big number, already resistance. Let's test it. Maybe closing above it is asking too much, but let's test it. And then, I mean, obviously, if silver's going to go for 35, this is just going to absolutely zoom up. How much of a move is that? How much of a move is that? 9%. That's two okay, two decent days for SIL. That's pretty good. One, and then we're above 42. Forget this gap fill. We keep going. This looks so good. GDXJ, better than GDX. Already popped our head above. Closed better than all the others. Closed, at resistance. I mean, okay, this is now your real resistance, but that's beautiful, beautiful. Tomorrow, another move up. Silver, gold, the miners. GDXJ will go to 54. I reckon that's not too much to ask, is it? How much of a percentage move? Yeah, that's easy, 2%. And then when gold is starting to run for new highs, running towards 3,000, but not yet there, we're already at 55.5. Silver, before we hit 35, we're there. J, obviously it's been underperforming for ages, but that's a good thing because look at the move we have. 30% just to get back to where we were here. I mean, that is just perfect. So the amount of money you can make in everything, but the silver juniors, but I'm not talking about the nano micro crappy juniors. I'm talking about the mid tiers because that's all I'm in really. I mean, they have similar charts. You look at First Majestic. I'm gonna look at all of them anyway, but some of them are all the way down here, and that's why, because they're part of J and they'll move similar percentage points. So next stop is up here, 12.2. How much of a percentage move is that? 3.5. Fine, absolutely fine, easy move. Up here, 9-10%. That's gold making new highs. Silver starting to run towards 35, and then I mean, we'll be higher than this before 35 on silver, but we'll still have room to run, and this will have to catch up. Even being at 15 is just sorry, you got a lot more to do. It's gonna be absolutely amazing. Let's look at it's so good. It's so good, especially with the market down. All right, portfolio, Newmont, not that good. Fine, got a long way to go. That was a big drop. 44 is resistance. I've trimmed 44 already, just the smallest trim, just out of principle. Next one is up here, trim again. Even though I think we're going all the way high, it's just in principle, I trim at every level, small amount. But if it comes down, I'm happy I've done it. All these promises of going to the moon every single day for 10 years, I've learned to just trim, ignore the noise, no matter what. But the core position, I mean, whatever I trim is probably maybe even less than the amount I make. So imagine we go from where we are now to 45. I'll probably take out roughly the amount it's gone up, the amount of profit I'm making from it going up. So it's like free money, if you know what I mean. So next up 45, then after that 48. I think we're at four. I mean, seriously, if we're running to 3,000, Newmont just has to go towards 48 no matter what. It might not be there yet, but actually, probably will. Honestly, it'll probably get a bit crazy at that point. Barrett Gold, I'm a bit surprised how weak Barrett Gold is. I'd expect it to at least be testing high 18s up here. Fine. It's been strong for a while, so I'll let it off today. I think if things go crazy, I mean, not even crazy, if gold starts testing its old highs, Barrick is at 19. Sorry. Just even a gap up kind of move. So, and still, this kind of chart looks good, up here, down there, lower highs, retester. It's not even resistance, but it looks good. I think 19, and then if we're starting to run to 3,000, we're gonna have to have a two handle, a 20 handle. I don't care what's going on or why it was weak the day before. So I have no problem with Barrick Gold making up for it soon. Agnico Eagle, this is what I expect. New all-time high close, testing new high. I mean, this is just gonna run. I don't choose your own number. It's just ready for continuation higher. Perfect stock. I've always said it. I don't even want to spend time on Agnico Eagle. It's just ideal. So Pan American Silver, wonderful close. It kind of makes sense that it's still all the way up here. This is the Agnico Eagle of silver stocks. If we just have the smallest continuation, I mean, really, I might as well move this resistance all the way up. It's 26. That's your real resistance. That should be a small. If we have a moderate move tomorrow, I don't know if we're going to close above 26, but that's your resistance. This is ready for silver to run wild. Gold hitting new all-time highs will be above 26. We're basically going to start running to 30. It's time to zoom out this chart in 1 or 2 days. I expect new 52-week highs and just run towards maybe 29 and then 30. Perfect. It's exactly what it says what it does on the tin, basically, if that's the expression. Next one, Wheaton, another perfect senior. I love these seniors. I absolutely hate the juniors. I mean, new all-time high, just gonna run like Agnico, like Pan America, just gonna run. Choose your number. You could do a little Fibonacci and double it up there. I'm just gonna hold what I've got and trim when I think the miners or like GDX or gold's topped off. I'll just trim like a small amount, just on general principle. But I've trimmed this area already. I'm not trimming again. Off it goes. Perfect. Next one, Franco Nevada. I haven't even gone through support levels. I'm a bit biased here. I mean, you can see, I've gone through resistance. Resistance is around this area, 146 to 148, but not 150. And you can see we've hit that, and you can see why they're descending, the horizontal, the big number. But this is just once gold runs this one, we're above 150. Once you're above 150 on the close, there's no more resistance until 160. So this one I expect a nice move. I'm wondering how much of a percentage move from where we are. 10%. That is so doable. So doable, even for a big senior stock like this, because a lot of them have bigger moves to come. And I think it will get a bit wild. I really do. So another perfect stock, if we're looking at the recent performance, they're all perfect. I mean, Newmont and Barrick, we know that they've underperformed looking at the last couple of months, but all the other ones I've covered, Agnico, Pan America, Wheaton, and Franco-Nevada, just ideal. Metalla, probably my most hated stock at the moment. This one, now the resistance is a bit more obvious. I changed the chart a little bit. 290, you can see one there, and then today. So 290 is resistance. I don't have great expectations for Metalla, but last two candles are okay. I mean, everyone's done well last 2 days, but it's kind of cleaned up the chart, made it a bit better. We're going to close above 290 on any decent day tomorrow. It will finally be able to run to 320. 320 is, I mean, it used to be clear, not even that clear. It should be resistance. You can see it was support there, resistance there, and it's also a bit too much of a move to 340. 340 is the more obvious resistance, of course, maybe even just below 340, actually. But I think 320 is doable. If things go violently nice, then 320 is a good target. I'm going to trim at 320. I know it can go crazy, but I don't like this stock, and I just want to trim on the way up. 320, 340, 370, everything you see, I'm going to trim there if we even get to four. And to be honest, if we get to four, it's going to start looking really bullish and it looks like it can run. But one step at a time, 320 is already a big ask. And I'm wondering how much of a percentage move that is from where we are. 12%. Bit much to ask, especially in one day. But it has done well before, maybe in 2 days. All right, silver stocks. Today was a good day for silver stocks. Well, First Majestic, not so much, but that's because of resistance. 620. So that was last resistance. Yesterday was very good. Very good day. So maybe it was a bit exhausted. So it's waiting for that little confirmation tomorrow and just getting a bit of energy. But tomorrow, 680. If it's a good day, 680. I expect it to open above the highs, like high 620s. And then, I mean, I'm asking a lot here, aren't I? Maybe not tomorrow, maybe the day after, but if we have good momentum, 680 is your next resistance, basically. But right now, we're still hanging around that 620 zone. It's good that we've cleared the sort of 580, $6. Now it's the 620, but this is the bigger move, right? It was 20-cent increments before. Now it's the big 60-cent increment. It's like three in one go. I don't see any resistance within this sort of vacuum either. I mean, obviously, there will be if silver starts to turn all of a sudden, GDX hits its own resistance, but for this individual stock, it looks pretty good. Ready to go. Fortuna. Look at that. My God. I trimmed that one today. I had quite a few sells today just hit. I didn't touch anything. It just auto filled. Little trims. That was nice. And Fortuna was one of them. I can see why. Where was that? That would have probably been 538, 7 or something. but you can see that resistance is there. I may even have another one there, 549. I'm sure that's 549. But I might remove that if things look really good pre-market, like silver up 1.5%. I might just say, look, that's too easy. But it's all about, look how long it's been months since we've been trading in this gap fill zone. This five, I think my sell's at 584 or something, a little trim out. 549, 584. Maybe I did 579 just in case. But anyway, it's the same thing. But this looks so good. Look at these incredibly strong days. Like one, two, okay, this was a market down day after good news. Three, four, just so good. So good. I remember when it was down here and I bought some. I remember saying I bought some. But the idea of going back all the way up, I think it had good news, didn't it? So that definitely helped. But that is massive range testing on the up and down side. Amazing, Fortune, amazing. And you know what? If it starts to trade up here, you zoom out, zoom out, zoom out, then it starts to look real good, like $10. It'll fail just before maybe, but really nice Fortuna. But always sell on the way up, huh? Don't get too carried away. Next one, CD, another one that's really bounced. I know it hasn't bounced that much yet. I remember my next sales at 599, but I remember thinking that 599 might be a bit much, but that is definitely happening tomorrow if we have a good day. It's the best close in a while. We did hit a new sort of high. I don't know, it hasn't bounced as much as some like Fortuna, but if we look at the percentage points, almost 20%, that makes sense. I do think it's going to have some problems on the way up because that's a massive move down. You're not allowed to do what Fortuna's done, or this would be a bigger move than Fortuna. Remember, it's made new lows unlike Fortuna, and it's on bad news. So I'm trimming 599. If we even if silver at 35, I mean maybe you have CD all the way back up here. But I expect resistance on the way up. You're not allowed to just go all the way back up. So little trims on the way. First one at 599, but I think we can hit it tomorrow if we have a good day. But this one I'm very heavy in, so this one I need to watch out. As soon as it's sort of topped, don't know what silver or gold's doing. As soon as it's top, I'm probably going to sell like a little bit more than I usually do. Heckler, this is good. This is good. Hasn't bounced as much as some, but still that's constructive. The close is better than a lot of the older sort of the last couple of weeks. It's ready to pump tomorrow to 580. I've probably got a 579 little trim. And then if we keep going, this is very strong resistance. 639 is probably where I've got my sell there. But Heckler is the type of stock, like all the ones I've covered so far in silver, they move. I mean, 15% is easy, easy if silver's going crazy. It's a 1 day move if silver goes crazy. 1 day. I don't care what the bad news is to take you down. We just go all the way back up. So um, I've definitely got my eye on 639 if we have a big move. Talking of big moves, EXK. This one I sold. This one I sold. Whether I probably did a gap fill sell. Yeah, 479 probably. Look at that. I mean, crazy move yesterday. What was it? 25% by the close. I remember I sold it, probably sold at 409. I just kept going. And then I got another one, didn't I? 439. And I probably have 440. I think I did machine gun sales like bam, bam, bam on every horizontal. And this one here, gap fill. Like, and I think I even covered this the last video. The last video I did was probably at the close here. Yeah, on Monday or Friday. I don't know, probably Monday. So, and I said, 20-cent increments. Is it 20-cent increments? Pretty much. And yeah, I still got them there. I may even still have one at 499, which I probably should move just below the high of this day, 489 or 488. That's typically what I do because that's asking quite a lot already. So 488, then I removed the 499, moved to 488. And then if we have a crazy day, then the next one will be 590. Anyway, the horizontals are the cells, and this one I'm going to move here now. This one I'm going to remove because it's been done already. There you go. Now you know what I mean. And this one I will extend. This one moves when silver moves, and already we've got good news behind our backs. This candle is it's okay. The fact that we gave back so much is a bit annoying, but it's still an up day, and you can excuse it because I had a crazy day yesterday. Just wondering where support is. I don't care about support right now. Um, Go on, let's just do something like, don't know. I'll just do that for now. It's pretty hard to call where support would be. I don't really want to look at support too much, but I probably wouldn't buy back for some time. All right, EXK, amazing though. Really good. Mag Silver, that's nice. It's better than some other ones. It's clearly broken out of its, I think that's resistance 1550. But straight through it. Next stop, 16. I think I've still got to sell at 16. I may have to remove that if silver has a strong day pre-market. Otherwise, up here, 17, 1750, 18, easy numbers. 16, 17, 1750, 18. Pretty easy. I'm not in a hurry to sell this one. I think it does very well if silver goes up. I think silver goes up. You can see Pan America's whooping its ass, but that's fine. Next one, Aris Mining. Nice. I never look at this one during the day. At least close a high of day. This is your resistance. That should be real easy tomorrow. Then that's your next one. Correct. Coinciding with this. So this is clear resistance. My God, this is double resistance. This should be. I'll probably go straight through this one and hang around here if we have a good day. 419 sell. But I'll leave my sell in. This one could really pop though. If we, that's a little squeeze area. If we sort of clear let's say 430, close at 430, then it's obvious we've taken this out in case my drawing's wrong. And we basically pump towards five. We probably failed just before five, but that's a nice move. I am gold that had a sell. Remember that? That was probably 567 or something. Should have done 69. Great stuff though. You can see we closed better than a lot of the others. Basically, next stop is six. Pretty obvious to me. Definitely doable, especially with gold running to 3,000. Maybe not tomorrow, but the day after. Then you got your gap fill, and then there might be another one here. But to be honest, if we're up here, it's probably because gold's going to 3,000. So you might as well go test the old high. So I'm happy leaving that as it is. B2 gold kind of underperformed for some time. It had a little outperformance here, but this is okay. Resistance is correct again, 280. I just need one more day, and we're basically testing 295 probably, and that could be tomorrow if we have a good day. Close above that, and we finally start running into the 320 zone. I'm holding this, so I'm just zoom out. Remember where you are. Are you really going to sell this here? Peace is around the corner. We'll probably have some relaxation of geopolitical tensions, even in Africa. And I think the worst is priced in. I think good news is not necessarily priced in, and it's a good stock, good dividends, and you're at the lows, and gold's going to run to 3,000, so I'm holding that. Equinox, this had sort of merger good news. This is long term going to be a beast. We just need to clear this little 670, I think. Maybe a little higher for the other wick. Go on. I might as well. If tomorrow's a good day, it's probably going to go a bit higher. So let's make it this 674 and then bam, old high 720. I'm holding this. I bought some back also, especially on this weak candle, I think. So I'm holding that bit like B2 Gold. SSRM, don't own it anymore, but I just have a sense of loyalty to cover it. This looks good. Yeah, this looks good. Silver has a nice run tomorrow. This is like testing 11. Maybe even tomorrow. I mean, yeah, sure, it would have been better if it closed 1050, but look at that confirmation double bottom 950 where I basically sold it. This looks good. Close above 1050 would do it actually. Don't even need to test 11. The next day it keeps running. This one's gonna run. It's gonna run, isn't it? 12, bam, 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 14. This is like the squeeze is continuing. Didn't come down that much during the panic either, so. All right, last one is SBSW. This one did quite well. I mean, it came from all the way down here, fake flush. It even went below here, bounced on absolute last support, and then look at this, just boom, boom, boom. Sort of respected this descending. Then next day, bam, hit this clear resistance. Now we're back down. This is now irrelevant. Goodbye. If we run in commodities, gold, silver is probably enough, but just generally, when we close above this, I don't think we just test this. I think we go all the way up to 520 because that's like I'm out of here. The bottom is confirmed. So you may have some chasers and probably not too many sellers just above here because it should become obvious that, zoom out. It becomes obvious that this is not going lower. So you might as well, you know, adapt to the new reality where you're going to run. So SPSW could do some big moves soon. All right, that'll do. Super excited doing an early video this time. Hope it's not too long. Hope you enjoyed the last couple of days. And remember, the market hasn't even bounced yet. And if it does bounce, we benefit even more. But I think gold, silver especially, and the junior miners are really looking good at the moment.